You see it. Let's get it. Toyota data breach. They said it was done by a contractor. So let's get in an article. Come on, contractors. We got to tighten that up. So Toyota disclosed data leak after access keys was exposed on GitHub. That is so common. GitHub is actually starting to scan for access codes and keys because people are uploading it so much and they don't want to have any liability for people trying to blame them. So, Toyota Motor Corporation is warning that customers' personal information has been exposed after an access key was publicly available on GitHub for almost 5 years. Once again, the access key was publicly available on GitHub for almost 5 years. Toyota T Connect is the automaker's official connectivity app that allows owners of Toyota cars to link their smartphones with their vehicle infotainment system for phone calls, music, navigational systems, notification integration, driving data, engine status, fuel consumption, and much, much more. Toyota discovered recently that the portion of the T Connect source code was mistakenly published on GitHub and contained access keys to the data server that store customer email addresses and management numbers. This made it possible for an unauthorized third party to access details of the 296,000 customers between December 2017 and September 15, 2022, when access to the GitHub repository was restricted. In September 17, 2022, database keys were changed, purging all potential access from unauthorized third parties. Yeah, but they had it since 2017. Come on, Toyota. The announcement explained that customer names, credit card data, phone numbers have not been compromised as they were not stored in the exposed database. Toyota blamed the development subcontractor for errors, but recognized the responsibility for mishandling of customer data and apologized for any inconvenience this caused. So that's a great point. There is the parent Toyota is responsible for subcontractors risk assessment, and that's actually part of their supply chain, right? So that's real big in the new NIST 853R5, and we're gonna do a video on that, but real big. The Japanese automaker concluded that while there are no signs of data misappropriation, it cannot rule out the possibility someone have access and stolen the data. So you'll get the standard credit monitoring, right? So as a result of the investigation by security experts, although we cannot confirm access by a third party based on the access history of the data server where the customer's email address and customer management numbers are stored, at the same time, we cannot completely deny it. For this reason, all users of T-Connect who registered between 2017 and September 22 are advised to be vigilant against phishing scams, avoid opening emails attachments for unknown senders claiming to be from Toyota. Forgetting passwords in the code, this type of security incident has become a large-scale problem that's placed troves of sensitive data at the risk of the exposure, right? So shout out to DevSecOps. They need to be scanning for keys before they let people even check in code. All right, so there should be 3 or 4 different scanning routines. And once again, even GitHub actually put that scan routine inside their app now. In September, Semantic security analysts unveiled nearly 2,000 applications from iOS and Android that contains hard-coded AWS credentials in their code. This is typically the result of developers' negligence, storing credentials in code to make access fetching, server access, and configuration updates quick and easy while testing multiple app generation. These credentials should be removed when the software is ready for the actual deployment, but unfortunately, in case of T-Connect, this wasn't done. Due to the ongoing problem, GitHub has been scanning published codes for secrets and blocking code commits that contains authentication keys to better secure projects. So once again, GitHub is putting their hat in the ring. However, if a developer uses a non-standard access key or custom tokens, GitHub will not be able to detect them by default, right? Because it's looking for a certain signature for both of those access keys and passwords and tokens, right? So if it's different than that standard pattern, it wouldn't be able to find. So once again, Toyota data breach, they blaming the subcontractor. Once again, be safe in these cybersecurity streets. Professor Black Ops, please subscribe.